And I strongly believe that by now you are convinced. I'm convinced this is the way we must go, considering that previous speakers have indicated Africa is urbanizing at a very fast rate. Even currently, the continent is the only third urbanized on average, but with a high urban growth rate of 5% per annum. The urban population of sub-Saharan Africa is projecting to double over the next 15 years. Mr. Moderator, we therefore need to be poised to take advantage of the opportunity for growth, socioeconomic, and laying foundation for strengthening the infrastructure base of our countries, linked with national development planning towards delivering resilient, safe, inclusive, and sustainable cities, towns, and villages. This presents or represents a paradigm shift for which we must focus on. It calls for political will and commitment, which is essential if we need to succeed. Mr. Moderator, I'll repeat this one. I said it calls for what? A political will and commitment, which is essential if we need to succeed. It further calls for recognizing the key roles that our cities and towns can play in our quest for transformative change. Above all, strong and effective partnerships are required to enable us to successfully change the narrative as we have known it on our continent. Honorable ministers here present, I therefore find it apt that no discuss further the growing phenomenon and recognition of urbanization. Respected ministers of state from various African countries are taking the lead to promote the need to change the narrative from doing business as usual to embracing sustainable urbanization for development. Business as usual, I'm trying to say that it's not just about talking. It's not about blame games. It's not about giving excuses like the resources are not there. Honorable ministers, the narrative that we have been used to in terms of development over the past decades has not yielded much investment in cities as center of growth. But all economic forecasts, especially that of the International Monetary Fund, projects a positive image for Africa, indicating a more than 5% economic growth for most of sub-Saharan Africa. We need to ride on this positive image and, like the rest of the world, increase investment in cities for the right yield in job creation, service delivery, and infrastructure development to support local industries. The Cities Alliance indicated from the African Strategy document that urban growth is not the problem, but rather it is the inability of local government in many parts of Africa to effectively manage the processes. In this context, strengthening the capacity of cities and towns as local government to manage urban development and provision of urban service is a sustainable manner must be at core of our intervention or any intervention. My friends and brothers, in Ghana, we have the decentralization process that has supported systematic or systemic involvement of people in governance and transfer of resources for investment in local economy. This can be replicated elsewhere for investment in the local economy. This can be replicated elsewhere as we continue to share knowledge in partnership in order to achieve effective and efficiency. Mr. Moderator, before I declare the session open, if you will permit me to probably add something small. In Surabaya, I said something, and I think my colleague Fashola supported it. I said, for us to have cities that we are expecting, we need leadership. I said, we need what? Leadership. And we need committed leaders. We need leaders who are prepared to actually change or transform life. We have to move from talking, Mr. Moderator. A lot of people, leaders will tell you that there are no resources. I said, and I emphasized in Surabaya, that the resources are there. The resources are there. It's left with us to harness, or it's left with us to utilize the resources available. As a leader, as a mayor, as a minister, or as a mayor in that city, do you sit down to ask yourself, what are some of the comparative and competitive advantages here? What are some of the resources that I can use to create jobs, to do whatsoever? You don't need to wait, especially my brothers and friends from Africa. We shouldn't wait. And if I say we shouldn't wait for somebody or for anybody to come and say that this is what you have to do. Please do something. You have the capacity. And I'm saying this, I've been a mayor before. I was a mayor at the age of 33 years. You have the capacity, you can do it. We also need to try and share experiences in the continent. I think in Basi this will help us a lot. The argument all the time, is not different. The argument is the resources are not there. In Ghana, they will say, Yenisika. Yenisika means we don't have money. You don't always actually need money to do it. Sometimes you just have to move for somebody to follow you. Mr. Moderator, I think I did not seek permission to speak, so I'll just have to close my speech in order not for it to be long. On this note, I humbly declare this session open and encourage active participation of all inputs that will facilitate the development of a strategy that will ensure Africa's narrative changes positively. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.